So just her whole demeanor was calm and considerate and kind and happy. And that's all you can ask for your child.
We had toured preschools, Montessori's, daycare centers, and they were all great. They all had a place. But my husband and I left each of those interviews or tours and kind of just didn't feel like something just wasn't totally right for our family. And we thought, well, maybe that's just how this goes, this transition into childcare outside of our home. And then we met Jana.
We knew, like knowing Kelly and you and just the environment that you guys have created for them. There was really no other option. I just wanted them with you guys.
And when she started with this program and with these teachers, she couldn't use the bathroom by herself. She didn't want any interaction with her peers. She couldn't say her ABCs. She couldn't sit at the rug for story time with any of her teachers in any other programs we've brought her to. And she's a totally different kid. She has blossomed into this beautiful, growing young lady. I mean, she's only 4, but going on 94. And there is nowhere else that I would want her to be.
I don't know. I always feel like she's a tricky kid. I don't know if everybody just thinks their kid is like trickier than other kids, but I'm like, I don't know what everybody else doesn't work with her, and she's so reserved and quiet. It was really hard, sending her to preschool and stuff. I was like, how is she gonna do there?
You can just tell day one, or there's just so much passion and enthusiasm for what you do. And we left after meeting you, and just our hearts knew that that's where Tripton was supposed to be. And then things got better from there. Then we met the staff, and we met Miss Kelly and Tripton's teachers. There's every single day under your care, he was thrilled to be there. He looked forward to it. He'd get bummed when he was not feeling well, and we'd keep him home because he wanted to be at preschool. And that speaks so much to the program that you have created and the team that you lead.
I just want my girls to grow up starting at this age and bringing them up in every way possible. And if we can start at this age, and if I can have them surrounded by people who are bringing them up and instilling inner wealth and just making them flourish and bringing out all the good, and letting them realize that they have all this good instead of just these little black spots is big for me. And it's so nice to hear them say that and gain that self-confidence and gain that self-awareness, hey, I can be a little different, but I'm still great.
I had three big goals. I looked back at my goals when you asked me to come meet with you, and one was, of course, for him to find joy. One was for him to have purpose, and one was for children to learn about disabilities, become more accepting of disabilities, be comfortable with it at a very early age. And before he started preschool, everywhere we go, people know Jer. But it wasn't children. It was adults that would come up to him, but little children running across a field to say hi to Jer, that's a whole nother story. We went not too long ago to a swimming pool, to a hotel for a birthday party. And there's 4 kids, and they're like, Jer! And they come up and talk to you, don't they? And then they're like, can we get a picture with him? And they were all kids that had known him from preschool.
The fact that Peace Academy will have 8 to 12 ambassadors, that there are OT students who chose this as their project. We have a doctoral student coming to spend January through April, inspired by this. This is a legacy Jeremy will leave. How does that feel, knowing that?
Okay, now that might make me cry. That's pretty hard to put words into it. But as an OT, as a mother of a child with a disability, that's just like, I don't have words for it. I don't even know how to explain it. I just wish it, you could see that in other places, because this is, I've told so many people, this is like gold, like end of a rainbow, I found gold. Jer, we found gold, didn't we?
I have 5 kids, and I have a lot of regrets with parenting some of my other kids who are no longer here to parent. And besides regrets, I wish I would have done things differently, and I need to do things differently, and I see that, and I have the tools. It's still really hard. I wish I would have told my son Camden when he ran home to see his younger kids from school, like, Camden, I saw that you ran to Maxwell and Avalon so quickly, and you asked about their day, and you hugged them, and you just sat and read with them. Look how genuine and compassionate you are. And instead, I was probably like, Camden, you threw your backpack in front of the door again. Can't you just put it away? And that stuff really eats at me, and I just really want to do better with my kids.
Our oldest son, what we found is he would come home feeling really puffed up and confident and excited and happy. And he would come home, and then we found over and over our parenting style would deflate these amazing things he was bringing home. This character we were seeing in him, we would sort of strip it out of him, and we were kind of powerless to change our ways. We didn't really know what we were even doing. So we inquired, what do you guys do? What are you guys doing that brings out this greatness in children? And that's when you introduce us to the Nurtured Heart approach.
Tripton was affected greatly by the Nurtured Heart program, and so was our whole family. And it's evident that when you're working with the kiddos, that they're doing that at school, because he would come home and model that for us.
Even a person that wasn't there every day knew who I was and knew who my child was, and just gave love and kindness. And I knew at that moment that everyone was just as important as the next person. And to feel that in a place where I can entrust my child is the best feeling in the world.
I just remember being like, wow, I really want that relationship with my kids as they grow up.
If I had to leave the house in the morning with only one tool as a parent, it would be this Nurtured Heart approach that we learned through you and Kelly, through these classes that we've gone to. It's the one tool I just wouldn't go without. It's been the most helpful inside my house and in my relationship too with my spouse, and then the people around me too. I can bring that skill set to those relationships as well.
It's funny because after I took the class the last time, I truly just wanted to spread it, and I was like, what could I do? You guys are doing this, and you're the Nurtured Heart trainers, and it's amazing. But I remember telling my sisters, you should take that class, you should do this. I think you can change your kids' lives, by doing this, and so I'm so happy to help.
What peace brings is the appreciation, not only for its kids, its students, its staff, its ambassadors, the parents. It's a whole sense of community.
And I was just I just wanted to share it with the world. It's so amazing to just praise somebody and raise them up instead of constantly bringing them down with, negative comments and stuff like that. I just feel like it's gonna help my kids so much when they're older, to have their own confidence. I wish that more people would be open to learning about Nurtured Heart and make sure their kids are getting that in their lives.
I worked in child care when I was going through college, and we had Camden at a young age, so he was in daycare too. And nobody starts a child care center just because they want to, or it's easy money, or there has to be a passion through that. So to have your whole life being surrounded by building a center like this, and not only just a daycare center or a preschool, it's also centered around the Nurtured Heart approach. Like, there's so much more to it.
Some people, it's just a paycheck. They just see numbers. They just see, oh, yep, I'm full. With Peace Academy, everyone matters, and your place in the world is so important and so crucial. And that message as a whole is just what this world needs.
I'll just say we're so thrilled for you guys to be opening things up even more and affecting our community even greater. We couldn't be more excited for Tenley to join you all someday. And you folks will say, like, you feel like you're impacting children, you want to change the world, and I'll speak to that. Think, it's been kind of a heavy few years, politically and socially and now economically as well. And people will say, like, it starts at home, right? You want to change the world, it starts at home, it starts with your kids. And you folks do that, and you do that for our family, and I know that you'll continue to do that for our community. And we couldn't be more excited for you and more supportive of what you're all doing.